I see.
My goodness, quite a find.
Yeah, and you wasted no time at all in volunteering us for danger.
Oh, I figured you two could handle it. Between his artificing and your spell viewing. What's so funny?
Lyra notices the blank expression on Seraphin's face.
He's a bleeding heart is all.
You refuse to fight?
Oh, he fights. Makes a bloody mess of it, too.
I'm lost again.
Come on, Gus. Didn't you hear the lady? We've got work to do.
Good times. I picked something for just this situation.
You knew this would happen?
With you, lad, this is just a Tuesday.
Well, don't just do it because I said to.
Gus and Seraphin share a momentary look and then gaze back at Lyra.
Lyra, I'm a member of the Order, and you're on my team. You speak as an extension of my authority. Your word is my word, and I keep my word. Understood?
Yes, but...
She couldn't find a thought to counter with, so settled for the truth instead.
I didn't think. I just signed you up for danger without even thinking about it. I'm sorry.
Just try to think first. All that said, at the end of the day, based off how you explained it, I think you made the right call. But Gus is right. Most likely, not going to be pretty.
What, are you going to kill them all? You don't need to do that.
Lyra notices another quick glance between her two compatriots.
And we're off.
I also want you to stay here.
Right. No, absolutely not.
Lyra.
I said no!
Come on, man. We may as well, eh?
Gus. Lyra, please.
You just told me I'm an extension of your authority. I'm not under you. I brought you to it. So I'm going to see it through.
You're not ready.
I know. I'll stay back.
Will you?
I will.
Lyra.
He places himself directly in front of her, demanding she look him in the eye when she makes this assurance. Lyra looks to Gus, who winks back at her, and then looks toward the Inquisitor, meeting his harsh gaze without fear.
You promise to stay at a distance until it's safe.
I will.
She pierces his gaze unflinchingly. After what could have been a minute or maybe an hour, he softens, his eyes lowering to the ground. He nods his assent, satisfied by her assurance, but is she detecting sadness or shame? As he turns to lead them out, she can't help the observation that fills her mind.
His eyes betray him. He's as tired as the leaves of autumn.
The heroes follow the instructions given by the two looters and walk to the outskirts of Exrith, approaching the tree line, and stop when an arrow lands at the feet of Gus, daring him to go an inch further.
Oop. Looks like we've arrived.
So we have...
Seraphin removes the outerwear of his uniform as he glances back to be sure Lyra is retreating to a safe distance, which she is.
Let them make the first move. Yeah?
Go ahead.
That's close enough. You've chosen an unfortunate path, friends. And now we would like a word with you.
As the bandit captain calls out, their entourage begins creeping their way out of the tree line. There's no more than 20 in the crew, most with bows trained on Seraphin and Gus, others wielding a dagger or a sword and shield. Seraphin looks to Gus and nods, and Gus, in turn, offers a feral smile as he pulls a small device from his pack. With the press of a button, he's suddenly brandishing a hammer a full head taller than he is, and from Lyra's perspective, so impossibly big as to be unwieldable.
Oh, what did I? I'm not much with those.
This causes a few of the bandits to pause their approach for the moment, looking to one specific member of their ilk to make a call, which leaves no doubt as to the identity of their leader. The one in the hood, bearing no weaponry of any kind, the Spellweaver.
You want to try something funny, lads? It's not too late to die, should you choose.
Harken,
My reputation precedes me.
I have some questions. I'm led to believe you can answer them.
Perfect. Right after you turn out your pockets, of course.
They're always looking for a fight.
True.
To the rest of you, if you value your lives, abandon this madness immediately. You still have a chance to free yourselves from this life.
Blah, 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 la, la, as if. We all know how sentencing goes for thievery in the courts.
As for you, Harken, I'm an inquisitor. I answer to the kingdom, and I demand that you surrender yourself to my protection.
An inquisitor, you say? I've always wanted to.
Without warning, a flash of sharp light dances towards Seraphin at blinding speed, and all hell breaks loose as a volley of arrows follows swiftly behind, tearing through the battle lines, seeking purchase within both men. From Lyra's perspective, the shard of light almost certainly found its mark. But after a moment, she witnesses Seraphin planting his feet and angling his body to somehow redirect the beam skyward, rolling the beam itself off of his forearm, along his shoulder, and then up his other arm, angled harmlessly toward the heavens. This impossibly swift stance converts into a low crouch, which sends all arrows sailing overhead. Next to him, Gus simply converts his artifact into a shield, and sufficiently blocks the incoming volley before transforming it back into the ludicrously large hammer.
All right, then. Gus?
My turn!
Gus charges forward to flatten any who come between him and his artifact, and when Lyra blinks, she almost misses the swiftness with which Seraphin is already plunging a fist through the stomach of the bandit leader. The rest of the bandits are immediately routed, seeing their fallen captain put down so easily.
They never stood a chance.
Come back here, you!
Gus! We're done here.
Good.
Lyra begins to make her way closer to check on her colleagues, ensuring that they're both unharmed. She watches as Seraphin lays the dying Harken to the ground, and the two whisper closely to one another almost intimately.
Is everyone okay?
Gus nods, deactivating his artifact, which begins to fold in on itself and shrink to an impossible size before her eyes.
Depends on who you're asking.
Both their gazes go to Harken, who still has Seraphin kneeling over his body, one of his hands covered in Harken. Lyra moves toward them, despite her apprehension, and begins to overhear the private discourse.
De Leon. Unmistakable. Marquess de Leon. Now please.
Marquis de Leon. She really was here. It's true that she seemed pleased?
Yes. Rode by with an entourage. Awful. Celebrating. Laughing. Overheard her saying, got out of the market at the right time.
I see.
Please. End it.
Seraphin takes one more glance back to Lyra, knowing she wouldn't be far off now that things were safe, and then turns away from her again.
That's close enough, Lyra. I need you to look away this time.
I already told
You're
you.
pale as a sheet.
I said...
Gus?
Come on, lass. We can leave him to it.
Gus, I can't look away now. I made you do this. I can't abandon you now.
Easy does it. Easy does it.
And as Gus slowly corrals Lyra away from the execution, guiding her further and further, she hears one powerful thud, which she can only guess is the final blow that sends Harken to the Timeless.
Why are you denying me? I'm not a child.
The blazes is wrong with you. You don't need to see all that.
But it's not right.
It's wild enough you want to be here in the first place. Anyone else in your position will be losing their lunch or bawling their eyes out. This isn't how you prove yourself.
It's my fault.
Come fart in the windlass. Fault's got everything to do with it, but none of it belongs to you. You're still not paying attention, eh? Fine. Look at him. Go on. Take a look then.
As Gus steps aside, she steps closer. Gus's arm finally blocks her path forward, telling her that it's far enough. She looks down towards Seraphin, who's now standing instead of kneeling, still hovering over the now completely still body of Harken. His fist is lathered in red, and there's now a second hole in Harken's chest to match his gut, and it tells Lyra all she needs to know.
You see him then?
Yes.
And what exactly are you planning to do if you get to him?
I can't leave him alone.
Even though that's exactly what he's asking for. Did you even pick up on the shame then? Eh?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Then how could you be so heartless as to deny a man some decency?
Decency? I forced him to do this. I forced you. There's no decency.
This isn't about you, Lyra. He doesn't want you to see him this way.
What do you mean?
He wants to be a normal person, but he's not. A normal person can't do all that. And now you've seen it, and now he knows you've seen it, and it's changed everything.
Well, I mean, I was gonna find out, wasn't I?
Well, sure you're gonna find out. But maybe not on day one, eh? It's not rational. But maybe the most human thing in him, eh? Show him some mercy, would you?
What is he then? How is he so young and yet at the highest echelon of the Order?
If I knew that, you think I'd be telling you?
Hey, I actually think you would, honestly.
Point taken.
I'm sorry I yelled at you.
And I'm sorry I pushed you. We good?
Yeah. So, what should we do now?
Just try to be normal. You'll be concerned. I'll poke fun. You'll be alright.
I can't just behave like everything is normal.
And you won't. Just maybe ask him some other time.
When I saw you up there, I realized I haven't actually seen you weave a spell. So you genuinely never use magic?
I don't weave destructive magic. I have no use for it.
He's squeamish, eh? And yet somehow finds a way to ram a fist straight through the poor sod's chest.
Don't remind me.
A bit overkill, though, don't you think?
There were 20 of them. I'd rather,
Send a message.
Exactly. Not everyone needs to die.
I think that Harken got the message. At least I. Not much to do with the message once he caught it, but he definitely got the message.
But why couldn't you just knock him out then, if you're so strong?
Haven't you ever seen a public execution in Cecil Day?
So this was some sort of mercy killing?
He had to be stopped. I had to do my job. I had to be sure you two were safe.
Don't you drag me into this! Oh, it started.
The ash sample.
Hey,
Gus dons a rather obtuse and complicated set of multifocal lenses which make his eyes look comically large to Lyra.
see, I didn't ping any artifacts in Katre. Bummer, I know. But the air itself was corrupting the signal until I realized, not the air, the ash. I gathered up different samples of ash and soot to see if I can trace a magical footprint. It'll give the idea of what we've got.
Magic can leave a footprint.
So to speak,
It's actually a lot more complicated than that.
ideal in practicality, man. Off it with your philosophical nonsense. Aye? The Becti scale goes from 1 to 15, okay? Measures the intensity of a spell, 15 being the weakest, 1, strongest.
What does that mean?
It means that Gus is measuring the residual magic on the ash samples themselves. The reading will tell us how strong the magic was. Lower is more powerful. Smart move. That's why I keep him around.
Quite. Most spells run at around 12 to 15, but based on what we saw in Katre, I'm betting 9 or 8. Anyway, it'll take a while, so about your business.
You look so stupid.
Not listening.
How are you feeling? Is now a good time to, for me to practice?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. I've got an idea. I've got a couple ideas.
What?
You mentioned in your story earlier that your mother was one of the afflicted.
Yes, it would usually manifest in her arms or legs. It was awful.
And you would soothe her to make the magic go away, and that's how you were able to soothe your own affliction?
Right.
Lyra, I know these things are taboo to talk about, so this might make me sound rude, but what you're describing is not possible.
What do you mean?
When emotions run high, more magical current than usual begins to flood into the body. At a certain point, people who can detect that current might feel massive discomfort.
You're just describing the affliction. I know all this.
When magic builds up like that, there's only 2 known ways to expel it. Either naturally, as a river might undam itself, or someone needs to siphon it out.
And you think I was siphoning it out?
Without realizing it. Possibly.
How would we prove that?
Unsure. My gut says, if we tap into the same focus you brought when you would comfort your mom, we might get somewhere.
Sure. Yeah. Let's try it.
Hey. Just remember, this isn't about trying. Whatever you would do when your mother was in pain, do that. And, to add another little twist, try these motions instead. You think you could do these?
A new spell? Why not the water spell from before?
Just trust me, we're not getting into affinities right now.
Right. I did it!
Just like that, huh? Perfect.
I did it!
She's a lightning domain.
I, the timeless.
Gus? What's wrong?
That can't be right.
Gus?
It's a 5.